Hello everyone and welcome to our explanatory video about culture relativism. Should cultures determine what right or wrong is? In this video, we're going to talk about culture relativism and universalism. And by the end of the video, we hope you can decide for yourself what the answer for this question would be. Now, we're going to show you an alien example. Imagine an alien came to Earth to escape a raging war on their home planet. Do you think such a being could cohabit with humans and understand our ethics and traditions? Even though they come from a different planet, whose moral compass is better, the aliens or ours? In this video, we will go into the details of culture and their effect on our moral compass, and if cultures should determine what right or wrong is. What does culture actually mean? The popular definition of culture is the customary beliefs, social forms, and material traits of a racial, religious, or social group. What determines whether an idea is right or wrong? Right and wrongs are heavily based on what culture you are from. What may be forbidden and seen as wrong in someone's culture may be commonly accepted and correct in your culture. Now back to the alien example. An alien may think eating their child is normal and is a custom. Us humans, on the other hand, think it's one of the worst crimes that can be committed. However, both sides are subjective and have completely different values. The aliens may value survival over family, while we value family. What is cultural relativism? Cultural relativism refers to not judging a culture to our own standards of what is right or wrong, strange or normal. Instead, we should try to understand cultural practices of other groups in its own cultural context. Here are some advantages of cultural relativism. There is no such thing as high-quality culture that can criticize other cultures because every culture is illogical and has problems. Rationality is also a kind of culture, and if no one has a problem with a tradition, why should one change that? Although cultural relativism has a lot of advantages, it also has some disadvantages, like we support indirectly actions that we don't agree with, and we turn a blind eye to injustice in other countries. Here's an alien example for cultural relativism. Let's say that the aliens who live on Earth are happy because the humans allow them to practice their tradition of eating alien babies peacefully. Humans don't interfere because they understand that each has its culture and have the right to practice it. By no means do the humans want to endorse this tradition, but according to cultural relativism, no tradition should be banned. This ritual causes the small minority of baby aliens that are being taken and eaten against their will to suffer and reduce in the population. Now, we're going to explain to you what universalism actually is. Universalism is the idea or belief that one culture determines of what right or wrong is. In addition, all people know the truth. Here are the advantages of universalism. All people have the same morals, and one should not let the culture rule in order to prevent unnecessary oppression or suffering. And the disadvantages of universalism are: one is forcing their perspective on life on a whole group, such like religion oppression and colonization. And it can cause a chain reaction which leads to the people in that culture to split up and, in the worst case scenario, go to war with one another. Now, let's imagine an alien example for universalism. Let's imagine that the group of aliens think it's wrong to not consume one's babies and try to enforce it on humans. The aliens are way more developed and stronger than the humans, making it possible for them to implement their tradition into our lives, revoking our chance to refuse. Humanity is appealed by this because it goes against our morals and values. This practice oppressed humanity, putting an end to their free will, and they must live according to the stronger, more powerful aliens. And here's our take-home message. In the end, we are all aliens who have our own perspective. We can cohabit with one another if we are open with our opinions and learn to respect other people's boundaries.